So the challenge we have is we know we need to grow. We know we need to become more. But we look at our days and we go, my days are so full at the moment. Where am I going to find time? I don't even have time to spend time and build relationships with the people that are near and dear to me. I'm kind of overwhelmed with everything going on in my life. Well, that's the challenge. That's the choice. You can either, again, that's a victim, because victim equals overwhelm. So if you choose to be a victim and say, I'm overwhelmed and I can't make the time, nothing's going to happen. 5 years is going to pass and you're going to be exactly where you are 5 years from now. Or you can make the choice and say, I'm going to make the time. I'm going to find the time. I'm going to get up a half an hour earlier if I have to. I'm going to go to bed a half an hour later. I'm not going to push the snooze button. I'll find the time. What do you choose? Do you choose to be overwhelmed? To feel a victim? Or do you choose to say, I want to take back control of my life? Because if I don't like where I am now, 5 years from now, I'm just going to hate it more. Make the choice today. Make the choice today that you're going to do it differently. You're going to make a difference. You're going to start doing things now. Delay that anticipated outcome. Choose that you accept, rather, that it's not about instant gratification. Success is not an event, it's a process. Start the process today. You've got two choices. Start nothing, get nothing. Start the process today. Start taking small incremental steps, just like Osceola did. Maybe it's going to take 5 years. Maybe it's going to take 10 years. But it's going to take a period of time for you to actually realize the results, the benefits, the outcomes that you want. So you have two choices. Give up, live an unhappy, unfulfilling life for the rest of your life, or take power. Say, it's my time. Now is my time. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to make my life better. It feels like a no-brainer there, guys. It's about taking charge. It's about accepting responsibility. It's about making your life better. What do you choose? Now, understand, the toughest thing for us to appreciate is that these things take time. Osceola never woke up one day with $250,000 in her account. It took a long time. It took a lot of effort, consistent effort. So if you want to be successful, accept that it's going to take time. It's about having patience. If I had to take a seed and plant it in the ground, and the next morning I rushed over and I grabbed the seed out of the sand and I went, come on, why haven't you grown? And I stuck it back in, and the next day I did the same thing. Would that seed ever germinate and become a plant? No. The same's true about you and your success. You can't go every day and go, what's happening? Why is it not delivering? You've got to let it grow. You've got to give it sustenance. You've got to give it water, nutrition. You've got to make it better. That's how you become successful. Have patience. If I plant a carrot seed, 77 days later, I've got a carrot. A human being, 285 days after ovulation and insemination, it pops a baby. So how long is your success going to take? Well, I don't know. But what I do know is the harder you try, the more you persevere, the more you grow, the harder you, or rather the more time you invest into becoming more, the more time you invest into learning, growing your skills, the sooner that success will arrive. So the choice is yours. Know that it's going to take time. Accept that it's going to take perseverance, commitment, discipline. Oh, there's that ugly word, discipline. Yes, it's going to take discipline. It's going to mean that you're going to need to do things a little differently. You're going to have to introduce some skills, some ideas, some concepts. that are going to feel a little bit hard, that are going to drive you outside of that comfort zone, that are going to challenge you. But if you don't do those things, what are the choices? Bankruptcy, divorce, failure. But if you do them, what are the benefits? Success, happiness, joy, fulfillment. So which do you want? Do you want to pay the small price of discipline today? Because the small price of discipline is always ounces. Or you can pay the huge price later on, the massive weight of divorce, bankruptcy, bad health, triple heart bypass operation. Do you want that? Or do you want to pay the small price today? So that's what I'm challenging you. That's what I'm asking you to do. I'm saying, if you can take one thing away from this DVD, understand, it's discipline. Discipline is not a dirty word. Discipline equals success. Discipline equals happiness. Discipline equals the outcomes you want. So how are you going to change your life from tomorrow? From the moment you stop watching this DVD, what actions are you going to start taking that are going to make your life different? Are you going to persevere? Are you going to be like Thomas Edison, that is going to go and try it over 10,000 times, 10,000 different experiments, until he finally figured out that when you put a piece of tungsten in a vacuum and you apply electricity to the bottom of that, you get the incandescent bulb? Are you going to try 10,000 times before you give up? Are you going to persevere enough that you are going to turn your life into a success avalanche? Because that's what you need to do. You need to start taking actions, and they're going to feel like they're delivering nothing. But it's a bit like a snowball. As you do more, as you become more, so that success starts to be attracted to you, and it just becomes bigger, and it becomes like an avalanche. What starts off as a lot of difficulty becomes easier and easier as the time goes on. When a space shuttle takes off from Cape Canaveral, it expends over 95% of the energy within the first 90 seconds. The rest of it is used for the next couple of days on the mission. The same is true for you. You need to accept that when you get started, when you start on your goals, when you start on your vision, it takes energy, it takes passion, it takes persistence. But once things start flowing, once that roll starts to happen, once you find big momentum, it just seems to carry itself along. The tough part is for you to keep applying your willpower, to keep applying your persistence until you get to the point where Mo takes over, where momentum carries the day. That's the challenge that you have. That's the only difficulty you have. That's the only thing I need to ask you to do, is to bring your willpower to bear, to accept that discipline is what it's about. Discipline is what creates success. Now, I love reading biographies, because what they really reveal to me is that the most successful people that we see in our environment, that we admire, they had challenge. What separated them, what made them super achievers, was how they reacted, how they responded to those challenges. Nobody that we look up to, and I've read lots of biographies. I mean, you look at Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill became Prime Minister at the age of 65. Richard Branson was arrested for smuggling and bringing records illegally into the UK. On his first inaugural flight, a bird flew into the engine on his plane. He was literally bankrupt. He was $1 million in the red. But look at him today. Did he give up? Did he wilt and say, this is overwhelming, I can't do it? No, he had challenges, just like you're going to have. Life is about challenge. Life is about change. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have things cross your path that are going to challenge you, that are going to make you think, this is hard, I can't do it anymore. But just read biographies, go and get some biographies, and see that you're not alone. No incredible level of success has ever been achieved without challenge. No incredible super achievement has ever been accomplished without challenge. You're no different. What's different is how you choose to respond. And how do you get to choose to respond? You get to choose to respond to challenges due to the way you train yourself to respond. How do you train yourself to respond? You grow your education, you grow your skill, you become more, so that you learn, train, you become somebody that has a habit set that responds to challenges in such a way that you turn those challenges into opportunities. You bring them into your life and you make them successful. So what you need is you have to have vision. Because when you have vision, you have a direction, you have a purpose, you have a place that you're headed. And when you know where you're headed, then you can start preparing because you know where you want to go. So you know the skills you need, the knowledge you need, and you can start preparing. And as long as you're preparing, that opportunity is going to cross your path. It's going to come your way. So when that opportunity does arrive, you're ready for it because you've prepared. Just like Les Brown had prepared. You're ready, you're prepared for that opportunity that's going to cross your path. And when that opportunity does arrive, what does it take? Well, it takes patience. It takes patience to know that it's going to take time. Things take time to evolve. And then you just got to persevere. You've just got to stand back and go, as long as I keep trying, as long as I apply those 3 words in my life, I will until, and I'm patient, I can achieve anything I want. Thank you very much.